Hello, lovely people. It's so great to be here with you again. I wish I could do this more often. I have loads of other projects that I'm working on, and I can't wait to share more with you soon. And also, I'm preparing the New Moon workshop, the New Moon in Gemini workshop for Sunday. It would be great if you can join us. It is a 2 hours meeting where we are gathering together to set intentions, align with the cosmic energy so they can help us to manifest our desires faster. And it is amazing for all of us, especially for women, because moon is about motherhood and female energy, and aligning with the cycles of the moon brings loads of benefits to us women. So I invite you to join the workshop. It will be a really relaxing but also powerful afternoon. If you want more details, you can find me at Angelic Bianca Secara on Instagram or Facebook. That was it. I wanted to share with you since we're here, but the main thing that I want to talk with you about today is Jupiter in Gemini. This is such a lovely cosmic event, and I've been keen to share some of my thoughts with you. We had Jupiter moving into the Gemini sign 3 days ago on the 25th of May, and it will stay there for 12 months until next year at the beginning of June. So Jupiter changes signs around every 12 months. So it's a big thing, especially as Jupiter brings such an amazing energy. So as always, we're gonna talk about the psychological needs that each planet brings on the table. And today we'll talk about what Jupiter brings on the table. And then we're gonna talk about Gemini signs. So we see what shapes, what forms, what manifestation the Jupiter energy can take during this year. And we'll put them together and see what that means for us for the next 12 months. The idea is that I want you to understand what Jupiter is about, what Gemini sign is about, and then create your own connections. I really feel, as an astrologer and as a personal development coach, I really feel that the power needs to stay with you. So you need to make your own connections. I'm gonna give you a few examples of connections and thoughts that I have related to this important change in the sky, but I'll let you do the connections for yourself by yourself, as you are the only one who knows the exact context and how you can manage things. Good. So now about Jupiter. Jupiter is called also the great benefic. It is known as bringing luck, and but also because of that, it's the largest planet in the solar system. It amplifies everything. So everything, just imagine it like this: everything that Jupiter touches grows, amplifies. So this planet brings to us like this energy of desiring to grow, desiring to expand, desiring to develop ourselves. And the avenues, the path that Jupiter is inviting us to take are travel, education, reading. So these kind of tools are more than beneficial when we think on how to expand and grow using the Jupiter energy. Jupiter is also responsible with what we call our belief system. So if we think of our belief system, we would think of religion, if we have one, or the non-religion. We would think of what's our life philosophy, what are our values, and how we see law, for example. So these kind of elements that all together compose that unique puzzle, that unique mix that each of us have, and which is guiding us through life. So Jupiter comes with this, and we will talk about what this means while Jupiter is in Gemini. Jupiter is also the planet that comes with this energy of optimism and confidence and trust. Like you feel like lots of enthusiasm when you think about Jupiter, and it can bring us this idea of I can do everything, I can conquer everything if we correctly use the energy of this planet. Then a very, very important part, and where I do focus a lot when I think of Jupiter, on the concept of abundance and prosperity. I think this is the planet that its position on the sky, its position in our natal charts, and its position in the sky currently, it's really important for us to manifest abundance and prosperity in our lives. And it can go also on the other side of going further on generosity, philanthropy even. So yeah, Jupiter is responsible with this as well. And while I'm at this, I just want to highlight a bit that each of the planets, it's not only about the light that they bring, they are also about the shadow they bring. And Jupiter, because it with this desire to grow and expand, it can make us be over the top, like exaggerate and have an exaggerated optimism to the level of sometimes we can forget, can misinterpret the reality. We can burst of enthusiasm and not see what's the reality in front of us. So keep this in mind, and we will talk about it in a minute. So this is Jupiter. Then Jupiter in Gemini. So let's talk a bit about the Gemini sign. We already talked in my previous videos and in my posts and reels on Instagram. I'm talking a lot about Gemini these days because we have the Sun in Gemini, we have Venus there. Soon we're going to have a new moon there, so there's a lot of Gemini energy manifesting now. But please keep in mind that Jupiter is going to be in Gemini for the next 12 months. So it's not only about what's happening now. So Gemini, it's a lot about communication, written, spoken, any form of talking, transmitting any kind of information is proprietary to the Gemini sign, let's say. Then Gemini is about learning new things. I was saying, I don't know if I mentioned earlier, but I wanted to mention the fact that the Jupiter is also about perfecting our skills, perfecting our knowledge. This is why I said Jupiter is about education. Gemini is about learning new things. So you see the entire spectrum of learning things, even from scratch, or mastery, perfecting what we already know, is favored during the next year. And in fact, I think it's one of the strategies we should have in mind. I'll talk about it. So Gemini is a lot about learning new things. It's a lot about learning new information, processing it, and communicate it further. Gemini sign, it helps us to really process faster. It's quite versatile. It helps us to process faster the information. They are known as being quite smart and wise, and Gemini sign, it's a lot about curiosity. I want to know a bit about everything, a bit from here, a bit from there, a bit from everywhere, which takes me a bit to the shadows of Gemini, which are because of this curiosity and going from one point to another, it tends to lack focus. So we really need to think of how we bring back the priorities on our table as often as possible. What else? Gemini is a lot about easiness and flow in meeting new people. And here there's something I want to be specific about. It's not about the deep connection that I can have with some people, but it's rather about connecting based on the information I'm sharing with other people. So, and we're talking here about light information. Gemini's energy is about chit-chatting, talking about the gossip of the day, talking about the news of the day, and then you can also move to other topics, but it's a lot about this easiness of sharing loads of things and creating connection through that. So Gemini is about expanding your network through the sharing information. Okay, now that we talked both about Jupiter and about Gemini, I'm gonna tell you 3 strategies that came to my mind as priority, as the most important, like things you can use, strategies you can use for the following year to really make things better for yourself, grow, expand, and use this beneficial energy that Jupiter is bringing. So one of them, and not to say the most important, but I think it's really powerful, is to visualize what prosperity means for you as often as possible. So do a vision board if you think that helps you. Think, what does prosperity in your life means? So for some people, prosperity means to have possessions, to have a car, to have a house, to have money and so forth. For other people, prosperity means to be able to travel a lot. For other people, prosperity means to be with their family, careless and not needing to work so often, and so on and so forth. So think of what prosperity means for you and visualize yourself as being there. Feel it with all your cells, all your body, all your mind. Feel that you are in that situation where you already have what means for you prosperity. It's so important. You can use positive affirmations for that as well. It's a really good technique to bring prosperity. Have in your mind that during this year we materialize so much faster what we think, be it positive or negative. So the power is with us to think of positive things, to see us being wealthy and prosperous and having abundance in our lives, because that's what we're going to manifest, that's what we're going to attract in the reality of our lives if we do so. Then the second strategy I wanted to share with you and to invite you to use is the idea that during these 12 months you should expand your horizons through information. What does that mean? Go to school again, go to some courses, learn new skills, learn something new, travel, read, meet new people, all with the thought of learning something new. You travel somewhere, think of what you can learn from that place and what you've learned, and you can come and apply in your day-to-day job or business or whatever you are doing. So expand your horizons is the second strategy I want to invite you to use during the next 12 months. And the first strategy I want to invite you to use is that of keep an eye on your priorities. Because of this idea of curiosity and wanting to know a bit of everything, the energy of Gemini will push us to go everywhere, to learn lots of things and nothing in the same time. You know what I mean? Because not having focus doesn't help us to really learn something, to really be into that thing. So it's really important during these 12 months, from time to time, to take a step back and analyze where are you focusing your energy. Are you in the right place with your energy? What are your top 3 priorities? Or if you can, 1 priority, that's amazing. So what are your top 3 priorities? Stay focused on them. If you can do this monthly, this will really help us, because we will have the tendency to scatter this month and go over the top, because we'll get so enthusiastic about some things and we will forget about others, and so on and so forth. So stay focused. The signs that are going to be mostly impacted by while Jupiter is in Gemini are the mutable signs. So Gemini, Virgo, Sagittarius and Pisces. This is going to be an important year for you. Also, very interesting for you to know is that those of you who have Jupiter in Gemini sign are going to have quite a year, like a beneficial year, and there are going to be like around 1-2 months during the next 12 months, during the next year, when you're going to really have more opportunities, new people coming into your life, things happening in your benefit. Keep in mind this. If you don't know where Jupiter is in your chart, I'll be happy to help you know about it. Then yeah, this is it. This is what I wanted to share. Think of what other connections you can make, knowing now what Jupiter means, knowing now what Gemini sign brings on the table. So please stay intentional, be strategical about how you do things, and don't forget to dream big, my friend.